Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're watching episode 3 of Laws of Attraction. But first, we're reacting to the official OST that came out earlier today by Jam and Film. Don't know the title because it's in Thai, but it's the OST for this series. So we're just going to watch a little music video to see if there is any like part of the series that's going to be in it, to give a little hint on like the direction of the story. So without further ado, let's go. Yeah, I don't know how much to say, so let's go to episode 3 of Laws of Attraction. Another thing, I need to talk about this actually too. Sorry for pausing again. But I did some research. You guys saw on the end of the reaction I added in a clip of me talking about antisocial personality disorder and like how this character is a Tentai. He kind of presents in that the symptoms of that, and I was like, but it does seem like, because I saw like a bunch of like behind the scenes stuff, and I think that these two are meant to be a couple at the end of this, or like they're gonna fall in love. I think like the bodyguard kind of like has feelings for Tentai, and Tentai kind of has feelings for him too as well. And I was like, do people with antisocial personality disorder, because they can't feel emotions like other people's emotions and like sympathy for people, so like is he able to fall in love? And I was looking through some research. There's not much like research about this like scientifically, but I found this Reddit thread. I know Reddit, so unreliable, but it was a bunch of people who are diagnosed with antisocial personality disorder. Oh my gosh, a mouthful. And they talked about like, somebody asked, can people with antisocial personality disorder fall in love? And there's a people just talking about their experience. Like it's really split. So it's like some of them has never felt love, like that kind of emotion of love before, and there's a few of them that are talking about how like, oh, I've met this person that like I got connected really well to, and that's their interpretation of love. So like, and like for that, like yes, people with antisocial personality disorder can't fall in love. So it's like there's no like scientific like proof about any of these kind of stuff. And I think that like love is different because it's like it changes, a variable that you can change, like different meanings to everybody else. So like, you don't, what is love is really hard to define as well, so you can't really do research on it. But it just does seem like majority of people don't experience that love feeling, but like for certain people there's that connection, that deeper connection, they're able to feel that. So like for them to write a romantic story to a character that does present antisocial personality disorder is not wrong. It's just that it's very, in a way, I think I wouldn't say uncommon, but like not known as, like there's not much like experiences in that. I think that's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, so like it's not wrong to write a story with this like person with this presentation of mental health to fall in love. That is totally not the same fucking ice cream. Look. There's a tiny piece of, look at that, and then it's a nice. Oh shit. They're like, Jam, you are not good at this. We're gonna change your ice cream. Not I'm threatening the kids. Not I'm threatening the kids. The way he's getting angry. It's okay, you don't look like an uncle. The way he looked at him, he's like, oh, you cannot lie to him. See, the underlying story is still a romance. They smile. They smile each other. He's telling him, I can listen to you. I'm here for you. It's like he wants to be optimistic about the whole world and being like, you know, justice can get you what it is, but at the same time he's aware that like what everything Chan said is true. Like that fist holding part, we were like, well, he's gonna punch him. No, it's him holding, like getting angry at himself because he knows that what Chan is saying is right. He knows that he is powerless. He gets me every time. Oh my god, this is so fucking good. Every time he turns and looks at the camera, he's breaking the, like, I think what makes me love his character the most is when he's talking in a situation, and at unknown points, it's like in the suspense area, like at the end, like in the trailer, and now the preview. This film breaks the fourth wall. He breaks it, and that's what's drawing us in, because he already throughout the series, he has this like devilish look on him that like makes us like drawn to him, but we know he's doing, like, he has bad shit planned, and then he looks in through the cameras, which is breaking the fourth wall, which is like, so in film we have like, this is like the camera, and then when actors, they don't see this, they don't see this as like an audience, but when you're staring at the audience, that is called like the fourth wall. A known way of doing this, that known characters who have done this is Deadpool. He breaks the fourth wall all the way, talking to the audience, straight to the audience, that like they aware that you guys are here, that's breaking the fourth wall. So he talks to it. Another one is Wanda in both Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness and in her WandaVision. At the end of WandaVision and in multiple scenes in Doctor Strange, you can see her staring directly at the camera, like looking confused, and like just like that very scary feeling when you see her in her eyes. That's breaking the fourth wall. And those are the three most like popular examples from recently that I've seen. Oh, also another one recently more is She-Hulk does the same thing, breaking the fourth wall. And when he does this because like he brings that devilish look that he has to us. Like he's like, especially right now when he says, "Don't trust anybody," and then when Tin is like, including you, and the next scene is him looking for worlds, like making like, don't even trust him, like telling the audience, you think you can trust me because you think we're getting closer to each other romantically, but no, do not trust anybody from this series. But like we know they're gonna be together at the end of the story, but still, don't trust it.
Sorry, I'm still not sure about.
Wow, but that is, oh my gosh, this show is so fucking good. And as I was watching this, and yesterday I was rewatching too, one thing I realized one reason why I think I love this show so much, and I think I fully realized it when they were talking about the justice, when the dialogue between Tin and Chan in the office, is that this show incorporates my favorite aspect of Not Me, which is the like social justice and equity in the governments, and like in hierarchy and like government and monarchies and stuff like that, and like oligarchies and extras, you know, everything that involves that, and the injustice in that, and like just how screwed up and messed up all the governments in the world are. And then, but it also brings in the suspense and the mystery and like the crime fighting and like mystery and solving a murder from manner of death, but at the same time bring that devilish characters and scary messed up characters from Kin Porsche. All these three series was my top series in 2022, and this Laws of Attraction is a culmination of all three of them. It brings every single thing that I enjoyed from all three of them into it. Like it brought the more like you know, mysterious characters like Tantai and Vegas. You know, Vegas' character, I loved his character so much. He's a messed up person, but just like Tantai, I've loved the psychology at reading him and trying to understand where he's coming from, and how his childhood being so abused by his father affected how he is and what he's doing right now. And then for Man of Death, like I said, and also Man of the relationship aspect of like you're referring murder. You guys are two different people. One is has never done something bad, and one is a darker. You know, Max Tool's character, one was nicer in like this doctor, another one was more, you know, in like a mafia type of character, and so we see that with Film's character being darker, you know, does illegal things just to get money and stuff like that. You know, he does not believe in the justice system and the world anymore, humanity. And we have this one more optimistic character who does believe in society and humanity, but has been affected by it, by somebody close to them or somebody that like they trust passing away or getting murdered. That like aspect of the story and stuff like that, and like once again, Not Me, the whole like societal issues and rights and stuff like that, and justice and everything wrong with the justice system being bought over by people with money. So yeah, I'm like that, like it's the combination of all my faves, and I'm like having such a good time. But this episode I did have a few messed up theories that did not come true, which I'm glad. One theory that I really thought did come true, if they chose to do it the other way, where instead of it being, I think like the direction makes it more, because this obviously is a story about Tin and Chan, So, like, having T being the one who's burning the house and framing the father wouldn't really make sense. It'll give, I think, too much screen time and attention to them that I don't think we have enough time to talk about. And I don't think at the end of the series, sadly, I don't think these two will have much more screen time about, like, their relationship-wise, because, once again, 8 episodes, we can't really focus on a second. Adding a second couple in that's, like, getting fully talked about is going to be hard. So, like, I think at this point, I'm going to be, like, excited to see the direction their relationship is heading to, but at the same time, I'm not going to be as hopeful as I was before, realizing that now I don't think we have enough time for their story to be fully completed. But for Tin and Shan, you know, honestly, I love the way, like, you can see that, like, when Tin was walking to and, like, trying to talk to Chan about, like, after he realized the situation, there, like, his eyes were kind of red, you know, it was kind of, like, a little watery. And I think the aspect is, like, he was slowly opening up to Chan, and Chan, he thought that Chan was doing the same to him, and he was about to trust him, because it's, like, we know that, like, they had this, like, moment when we first watched it, they kind of, like, were interested in each other, and that excitement of that, and you can, oh my gosh, Jam's facial expression tells so much for the story, but, like, we can see that, like, he kind of had feelings for him, and he got excited, but once he realized that he was, like, the lawyer for the other side, all the situation, all the negative, like, all the bad thing he's done, he started to hate him a little bit more. But at the end of last episode, and now, like, throughout this episode, he kind of trusted more, and he's, you know, working together now, and him being a lawyer and everything, and you can feel the, like, comfortableness he had with him, because he thought he was going to be able to trust him, and he's going to help him go to the right direction. And then he did this, and he realized what he did. He's like, you know, fuck you, you're so messed up, what's wrong? But as the conversation went on, you can see in his face that he's like, he's right. Like, what I'm thinking is, like, good, you know. I wish everybody in the world think like him, being optimistic, and I wish the world is perfect just like he thinks. But in reality, it's too fucked up. I need to think a little bit like Chan. And as we look at the picture, he's like, you know, I think we're going to have this conversation at the beginning of next episode where he's talking to a picture of the niece, and she's like, to protect the grandmother, I need to go the bad direction. He's gonna be sorry that he's doing that. He's gonna feel really, like, bad about it, but he knows the only way to protect the people he loves and give justice is to go the direction that Tin is going. And, like, it's gonna be a little messed up. It's gonna be, like, you know, he's still, like, wary about the situation, I think, next episode, but, like, he knows what needs to get done, and he has to accept it at one point. But yeah, and I think we got a lot more story. I think this episode really culminates the story of, like, the situation of who it is, and I'm still kind of a little pissed off that they haven't really fully figured it out, that this is a lot bigger. Like, they said it a little bit, but they just kind of, like, let it go and went with the whole, like, the mystery and a lawyer aspect of the story, which, like, they haven't really figured out that the niece getting hit and murdered has to do with a bigger event. And, like, I'm like, why aren't they research? I feel like they need to research this bigger event than what they're doing now. And I'm like, you know, it's like, I'm like, oh my gosh, because we can all see that it's much bigger than just a accidental murder hit and run case, you know. It's so much bigger than that. And, like, you know. But yeah, what else do I need to say about this episode? I think, like, for this to be, I feel like somebody will be out there saying that, oh, this is, like, not romantic enough. Like, why are they being, like, romantic and, like, we need some kiss scenes and stuff like that? I don't need that. Honestly, I do not need that. I'm here for the murder, the mystery, you know? I'm here for all that kind of stuff, you know? And the underlying, I feel like this story is about justice and fighting for the injustice and this mystery case. And the underlying story is the romance between Tin and Gun. Similar to Not Me. You know, it's not a BL love story, romance story. You know, we're not doing ooey gooey romance stuff. We're here to solve murders. And then it's just so happens the two main characters fall in love. You know, we see that in, like, in TV shows like Suits or Bones, which are 2 shows that I'm watching. I binged many seasons of. Really good shows. And, like, the understanding that he's, like, in the evolution of the mystery being solved, just so happens they got connections. The 2 main leads got connections. And that's what I'm thinking of the story. It's not a BL. It's a mystery, murder mystery. But yeah, that's my reactions video. It was way too long. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and follow me on my social medias. Link down below if you're watching on YouTube and if you're on Patreon for the full thing. Thank you so much for the support. As always, see you guys next time. Bye.